Hello everyone, I'm glad to inform you that from today we are going to start a new lecture series on Geography NCERT course. In this lecture series, we are going to cover class 11th NCERT Fundamentals of Physical Geography. From today's lecture, we are going to start chapter 1, that is Geography as a discipline. This lecture series will be helpful for class 11th students as well as for students pursuing UPPSC and state PCS examinations. So the learning objectives of today's lecture are: what is geography, why we study geography, what is geography basically concerned with, and the various branches of geography. So those are the learning objectives that we will focus in this first lecture. So without wasting time, let's begin to answer the first question and understanding the discipline. So geography word was basically coined by a Greek scholar known as Eratosthenes. Geography is basically made up of two root words, geo and graphos. Geo means earth and graphos means description. Both these words combined together give us the first definition of geography, that is description of the earth. But as we all know, earth is the home for humans, and hence geography is further defined as the description of the earth as the abode of human beings. So this is the first basic definition that we are going to carry with us. Apart from these, various geographers has defined geography as, like Richard Hartshorne has said that geography is concerned with the description and explanation of the areal differentiation of the earth's surface. What does areal differentiation means? Areal differentiation means the distribution of the human activities and physical processes that are going on the earth's surface, and the relation between these physical activities and human activities together is known as areal differentiation. Another geographer, Hettner, defined geography in his own terms. Geography studies the differences of phenomena usually related in different parts of the earth's surface. What he's trying to say is, geography tries to study the different physical as well as human phenomena acting or taking place at the different parts of the earth. Basically, Richard and Hettner are trying to convey the same thing but in different words. Apart from this, let's study how geography developed. In the ancient times, as the civilizations progressed, many phenomena took place, like sea route trade, cultural contacts, expedition to conquer near and distant lands, like Alexander conquered various places, Alexander invaded India. So various such phenomena took place, various such things took place in ancient and medieval times, and because of these things, new knowledge of various parts of the earth and horizon of man's knowledge of the earth continued to widen, and there was a constant curiosity among some people to know more about the earth. Like Alexander himself carries or has a geographer aside him so that he could study more and more distant lands during his expeditions. Apart from these, in the ancient times, Aristotle, Herodotus, Eratosthenes, etc. studied geography, but the numbers of such geographers were very few. In the later stage, some Indians, Greeks and Arab scholars like Bhaskar tried to understand the universe around us, the place of our planet within it. These scholars tried to find out the answers to many questions like what is the size of Earth, what is the shape of Earth, what is the solar system, how solar system evolved. Many such questions were in their mind, and they found answers for these, and thus this all laid the foundation of geography as a science. Thus till 18th century, scholars identified geography with the astronomical phenomenon and introduced a new attribute to geography, that is astronomy. In 18th and 19th century, geographical account began to be studied in more systematic manner. What is the systematic manner? Understanding of the earth and its region, that is study of an area, that is area or region based geography. German geographers Humboldt and Ritter were pioneer in this approach, and later on the Great Britain and France, which were the two great colonial powers, made general pattern of describing the earth and its region popular as the main theme of geography. That means a new attribute to geography was added in 18th and 19th century, that is describing the earth and its regions. Later, with the efforts of Ritzel, another geographer who wrote a book, Anthropogeographic, studied the relationship between man and environment, that is human and geography relation. He said that man's actions are determined by nature. Indirectly, he is saying that geography influences the culture, the living habits of the humans, and hence, according to him, people living in different parts or different geographical conditions have different culture and different eating, fooding habits just because the geographical locations are different. So he added another attribute of geography, that is human geography. But now the question arises, is geography only about description or beyond it? The answer to this question is yes, geography is beyond description alone. Then what is geography? With the progress in the geography, like other sciences, geography is now considered as a study of an area and all the features of that area, like what this area is, why these processes are taking place in this area, what is the causes behind such processes taking in the area. That means all the things that is present in that area are being studied under geography. The area may be small as a village you live in or as large as the earth itself. Our attention in geography is primarily devoted to the surface, that is the terrain. We study the surface, its underlying rocks, soils, the hills, valleys, plants, animals, weather, and the climate, and the role that man plays in this setting of nature. It is from this point of view, geography is also called chorological science, a science that studies area completely. So this is the basic definitions that we are going to carry with us. Whenever someone asks what is geography, then we are going to define it as the study of area as the whole, including environment, including hills, valleys, plant, animals, weather, climate, plateaus, etc. Now moving on to next thing, that what geography as a study of the area is concerned with. What are the concerns of geography? Basically, geography is concerned with three major questions: what, where, and why. What patterns of natural and cultural features are found over the Earth's surface? Second is where these natural patterns and cultural features are found. What is the distribution of natural and cultural features? And why means how these things got evolved, what processes led to the formation of these particular natural and cultural features. For example, these are mountains, right? So what are the features on the earth? Mountains are the features on the earth that we are going to study. Where these mountains are located on the earth? So we have Himalayas, we have Rockies, we are Andes. So how and where, what is the distribution of these mountains that we are going to study? And why means how these mountains are formed, what processes took place on earth which led to the formation of the mountain. So these are the basic three attributes that we are going to study in geography. This is not only related to mountains, this can be valleys, river valleys, this can be humans as well. Why a particular tribe is found in particular area only, why not in other area? Where are these such tribes found? Where are lions found? So all these biotic phenomena, biotic elements, all non-biotic elements, all mountains, hills, we are going to study in geography. What are the patterns of the natural and cultural features found on the earth? Where are these patterns found? That is distribution of these patterns, and how or why these patterns are formed there only. That means relationship between the features and the processes and the phenomena. So these are the basic concerns that we study in the geography subject. Why do we study geography? So there are various curiosities behind or hidden inside our own mind, like Thar Desert. Have you ever imagined how a well-flourished Indus Valley civilization converted into a desert like Thar? Like Indus Valley civilization, when we studied that the agriculture flourished in this area, but now we considered that area as a Thar Desert. Second is Himalayas. So when we look at Himalayas, how they are formed is the basic curious question that we are always into. how volcanic eruption take place, what is the source of the magma that is coming out from the volcano, where are the volcanoes located, what is the geographical distribution of the volcanoes in the earth surface. So these are various curious questions. How does it precipitate, rainfall occur, why rainfall occur, why snowfall occur, glacial landforms, who kept this small stones and bigger stone over the small stone. These are various curious questions that we see around us, and we are trying to find out answers to these questions, and the answers to these questions are hidden in our subject, that is geography. That is why we study geography. Basically, the bottom line is we live on earth, and one must know where he lives. One must be aware about his own habitat. One must know how phenomena vary over space and time. What happened in history on the earth's surface, what will happen in the future, how phenomena differ from India to America, what is the physical features there. So one must be aware of the phenomena happening throughout the earth's surface, or one must be aware about his own habitat. For example, why does it rain in Kashmir but Ladakh is a cold desert, is a curious question. Geography equips you to appreciate diversity and investigate into causes responsible for creating such variation over time and space. One must know how the geographical phenomena impact human life. That is, after studying geography, you will be able to appreciate the diversity that we see on the earth. Maybe it might be geographical diversity like mountains, valleys, hills, plateaus, etc., or human diversity as well. Tribal groups, different types of tribal groups, different types of civilizations, different types of people, different types of races in the world. So how these races evolved, what is the primary objective or what is the primary cause of evolution of these races, why these races are situated in particular places of the continent, how geography impacts the phenomena of the human life. So all these are some questions that we are always curious into, and geography as a subject answers all such questions systematically. Next, we are going to study what are the various branches of geography. Geography primarily is divided into two major branches. First is physical geography and second is human geography. Physical geography is further divided into multiple branches, that is geomorphology. What is geomorphology? Geomorphology is the study of landforms, their evolution and related processes, or basically study of the earth's surface. Surface of the earth is known as geomorphology. Not beneath the earth, only surface features, that is mountain, hills, valleys is all included under geomorphology. Second branch is climatology. Climatology is the study of the structure of atmosphere, elements of weather and climate, and climatic types and regions. Basically, study of the climate and atmosphere is known as climatology. The third branch is hydrology. Hydrology is defined as the studying the realm of the water over the earth's surface, including ocean, lake, rivers and other water bodies, and its effect on different life forms including human life and their activities. Basically, study of all the water bodies present on the earth is known as hydrology. Next is soil geography. Soil geography is devoted to the study the processes of soil formation, soil types, their fertility, status and distribution and use. Means what are the various types of soils available on the earth, how they are distributed, how they are formed, and what are their uses and how they differ in their fertility rate. So these are four basic branches of physical geography. Next is human geography. In human geography, first branch is cultural geography. What does cultural geography means? Social or cultural geography encompasses the study of society and its spatial dynamics as well as the cultural elements contributed by the society. Next is population geography. Population and settlement geography studies population growth, distribution, density, sex ratio, migration, occupational structure, etc. Settlement geography studies the characteristics of rural urban settlements. Means basically the dynamics of the population are studied under population geography or the settlement geography. Next branch is economic geography. Economic geography studies the economic activities of people, including agriculture, industry, tourism, trade, transport, infrastructure, and services. So, how geographical conditions give birth to different economic opportunities in different places is the main concern of economic geography. Next is historical geography. Historical geography studies the historical processes through which the space get organized. Every region has undergone some historical experiences before attaining the present day status. The geographical features also experience temporal changes, and these form the concerns of historical geography. Basically, in historical geography, we are going to study the historical processes that took place over the surface of the earth. Maybe Aravallis once stood 3 times as high as Himalayas today, but now we see Aravallis as a foothill only. Means it is a residual mountain, not even comparable to the height of the Himalayas as of now. So, how these changes happened on Aravalli? All these changes are the concern of historical geography. So historical geography basically studies the historical changes that took place over the space, over a particular area. So, these are the basic branches of geography. Now, what is basically our concern in class 11 fundamentals of physical geography is physical geography. So, let's understand the importance of physical geography. Physical geography basically includes the study of lithosphere, that is landform, drainage, relief, and physiography, that is the concern of geomorphology. Next is atmosphere, its composition, structure, element, controls of weather, climate, temperature, pressure, wind, precipitation, climate types, etc. Basically concerned with climatology. Hydrosphere, basically concerned with oceanography or hydrology as we say. And biosphere, that is life forms including human beings and microorganisms and their sustaining mechanisms. All these studies basically are related or interrelated with one another, and hence they affect each other in some or the other way, and simultaneously combinedly they affect various factors such as rain, soils, minerals, livestock, vegetation, etc. And indirectly, directly, these all things affect the human and other living organisms, and whatever have an impact on human life is basically an important field of study for humans. Thus, the study of physical geography helps us to first manage natural resources, second, understand the intricate relationship between physical environment and human beings, then third, essential for the sustainable development and use of resources provided by nature optimistically, means optimum utilization of natural resources which will lead to sustainable development, management of natural resources, and understanding the intricate relationship between physical and human beings is basically the concern of or the importance of physical geography. So that's all for today's lecture. You can connect with us on Facebook Sculpt Academy, Instagram Sculpt Academy, or YouTube in the name of Sculpt Academy. In next chapter, we are going to study the origin and evolution of Earth. If you like this lecture, please click on the bell icon below, notification on कीजिए, and साथ ही साथ सब्सक्राइब बटन पे क्लिक करके हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. If you can, please share and like the video so that more and more such people like you can also get access to such beautiful lectures. Till then, stay home, stay safe, study online. Thank you.